It is a first alert weather day if you haven't stepped outside. Another wave of snow sweeping across our state.
Dave, those first alert weather days just keep coming, but I know you got some good news at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak, if you
There
will.
is indeed, yeah, and I've taken tomorrow out of the running for a first alert weather day. So tomorrow will be transition day, but not tonight. We have this first alert weather day going on for more snow, and we got a surge coming through town right now. Again, right during the rush hour. Take a look. 32 degrees downtown. It's cold, and you can see the flags blowing around there. It is windy out there, so the wind chill makes it feel like it's in the 20s out there. Mousetrap camera. Roads are not too bad here, but you can see the cloud deck is lowered. We've got the cold air. We got a little fog showing up here. There's a look at I-25 right near Mile High Stadium as it makes that turn there. And you can see there is some sheen on the roadways, so there is some moisture out there, but the roads have not iced over yet. As soon as that sun goes down, though, it's going to get cold because temperatures have already dropped considerably. Look at this, 29 in Littleton, Centennial, Castle Rock's at 28, 32 in Broomfield, freezing here, and that extends all the way up into Fort Collins where it's getting cold out there. Here's a look. There's not a lot of snow, but just enough in the right spot to make the afternoon drive kind of slick. Just that sliver from Boulder down through Denver and the Castle Rock area here, and it's kind of backed into the city. Early on in the afternoon when we started the commute, it moved back in the foothills, and now it's kind of wafting back into the Denver metro area. So with that snow that goes from town all the way back up into the foothills. In fact, here's our Lookout Mountain camera behind me here. We've got some snow up that way going on as well. I want to bring up our front range map here and show you what we're looking at for the rest of the night. So I'm going to plot the forecast for you here. Stand over in the foothills. Here is the snow that we got going on right now. And watch as we go through the night. It gets smaller and smaller in intensity. By midnight, there might be a little surge right there in the morning tomorrow, Jefferson County and Douglas County, and then it's gone out of here, and conditions should start to improve once we get into the heart of the afternoon. So let's take a look at what I'm expecting for the rest of the evening tonight. We'll bring up the close-in map here and show you the future cast. And the future cast is showing we got more snow going on in the mountains tonight, but primarily it shifts to those southern mountains as we've got a push of moisture down that way. By morning tomorrow, we are cloudy for the most part, and again, those few flurries in the foothills that we talked about. And then by, I think by about 2, 3 o'clock, we start to see the sun breaking through, and things will improve from then on through the weekend. So we're holding on to that winter storm warning for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains down here, 6 to 12 inches of snow there, and another 5 to 10 through tomorrow afternoon for some of the San Juans before things really start to improve. Tonight, cold in the mountains, of course, will be teens and 20s down across the eastern plains, and then highs tomorrow, 40s and 50s, it looks like, for most of the eastern plains, 50s for the western slope, and 30s and 40s in the mountains. So we'll reverse those temperatures today. The mountains were colder than the plains, and we'll get a little warmer than the mountains coming up for tomorrow. Take you into the neighborhood network now. In Brighton and Fort Lupton, you'll have about 48 degrees where you live. North side of Denver here, Irondale, River Run, the neighborhood of Wright Farms, all the way into East Lake. You guys are looking about 48 degrees in your communities for the high temperature tomorrow. And then on Sunday, look at this, 58 degrees for the high coming up on Sunday. And by the way, tomorrow night, we've got a night game for the Rockies game. It's going to be almost as cold, but no rain or snow with that. 42 at first pitch, and then we cool into the 30s as soon as the sun settles in on that. And then beyond that, we've got a high pressure ridge coming in on Sunday. Then once we get to, at least the middle of next week and beyond, a super ridge coming in that might get us to 80 degrees. So check it out. 60s and 70s for most of next week. Friday and Saturday might be close to 80 degrees by then. So a little shot of summer right down the road, it looks like.
Just like that, winter to summer.
Oh, yeah. It's a rough ride here in Colorado, right?
I know, it certainly is. Dave, thank you.